All right, today we are diving deep into the power system of a world literally forged by gods and dragons. And the best way to do that? We're going to follow the incredible journey of its greatest genius, a man who started as a legend, fell to nothing, and then had to claw his way back. So yeah, this is your guide to understanding what power really means in the Raku world. So right from the get-go, you need to understand this world is built on pure myth. It was forged by the great warrior Raku and the ancestral great dragon. And this matters a lot, because true power here isn't just about how hard you can punch. It's about how connected you are to these divine origins. So how do you even measure this kind of power? Well, it all comes down to something called Tao Qi fires and elements. Think of it like a spiritual fingerprint you're born with. And here's the kicker. You don't earn this. It's what you're born with, and it basically decides your entire life, your station, your future, your destiny. It creates this super rigid society where your value is set from birth, and almost nobody can change that. Okay, to really wrap our heads around what powerful even means here, we need a yardstick, right? A benchmark. And there is no better case study than a young man named Hugh Law, who was, for a time, the living definition of power in this world. Just look at these numbers for a second. The daughter of a king, a powerful one, has 5 duchy fires. Another king's son has 7. These are the top tier, the elite kids. And then you have Hugh Law, born with a jaw-dropping 12. I mean, this wasn't just genius, this was legendary. This was the kind of potential that hinted he could be a successor to the world's creator. Well, you know what happens when someone has that kind of power, right? It breeds some serious jealousy. When King Fenhu found out about this kid who completely overshadowed his own daughter, he didn't try to compete. Nope, he attacked. And in one single vicious move, he stole Hugh Lao's innate power, his entire birthright, and gave it to his own kid. And that quote just says it all, doesn't it? His power was literally ripped away from him, and his entire identity went with it. The greatest talent of a generation suddenly reduced to nothing, just a ghost of what he was supposed to be. But, of course, the story doesn't end there. Not even close. Years go by, and a tiny sliver of hope appears, leading to one of the most unbelievable comebacks you can imagine. And this is where we get introduced to our first major power level, the true saint realm. 1. That's it. That's the number of people in the entire history of this world who have ever awakened their Dongqi a second time. This single number tells you everything. What Hugh Lao is about to pull off isn't just rare. It's a straight-up miracle that shatters the fundamental rules of his world. So using this secret formula, the impossible happens. Power just erupts out of him, so intense it shakes the entire kingdom. 7 of his lost elements and fires come roaring back. It's an insane comeback, and this is a big but, remember, he's still missing the 5 that were stolen from him. He's not whole. This massive surge of power rockets him straight into what's known as the true saint realm. Now, this is a level of cultivation, honing your spiritual power that is so unbelievably high, most warriors couldn't even dream of getting there. By all accounts, this should be the happy ending to his story. He's a legend again. But this is where the story gets really interesting, because reaching the true saint realm, well, it didn't solve his problems. In fact, his miracle breakthrough just created an even deadlier one. Turns out, this wasn't the summit. It was just the base camp for a much more dangerous climb. It just makes you wonder, right? I mean, he's reached this godlike tier of power, so what could possibly be the problem? What could be stronger or more important than becoming a true saint? And here it is, the fatal catch. His breakthrough wasn't natural. He skipped a step, a crucial one, building a foundation with something called a spirit jade. Reaching the true saint realm this way is like building a skyscraper on sand. The power is incredible, yeah, but the foundation is totally unstable, and it is going to collapse. And this collapse? It's on a timer. In the first year, his body starts to weaken. In year 2, all that power he just fought for starts to decay and fade away. And by the end of year 3, it's over. Certain death. His miracle just started a ticking clock on his own life. So let's lay this out, because this is the most important part of the power system. The true saint realm, at least the way he did it, is temporary, and it's a death sentence. The real goal, the true summit of power, is the Dao Qi Li realm. That's where your power becomes stable, permanent, survivable. He hasn't reached the peak. He's trapped in a deadly limbo right below it. So, how does he fix this? How do you beat a 3-year death clock and make your power permanent? Well, his journey now shifts from getting his power back to a desperate, high-stakes quest for survival. The solution is to find those foundations he's missing. He needs 2 very specific, very rare treasures, the Lion Spirit Jade and the Dragon Spirit Jade. These aren't just cool power-ups, they are literally the keys to not dying. And his path forward is crystal clear. But man, is it brutal. Step 1, he has to win the Saint competition, which is basically a tournament for the strongest young fighters in the world. Step 2, winning gets him access to the Spirit Jades. And only then, step 3, can he use them to finally ascend to the Dao Qi Li realm and, live. To even stand a chance in that competition, he needs another edge. His uncle gives him something called the Devil Origin Fruit. And talk about high risk, high reward. For almost anyone else, this thing is a deadly poison. But for a physical cultivator like Hu Lao, someone who trains their body to be as strong as their spirit, it's the perfect catalyst he needs for the fight of his life. And just when you think this is a personal story about revenge and survival, the whole thing just explodes in scale. As Hu Lao starts this quest, we realize his personal struggle is just one small part of something much, much bigger. He has this vision, and a mysterious, insanely powerful figure shows up. This being doesn't just see a kid who's good at fighting. No, he sees the future. He gives Hu Lao this cosmic duty to succeed where he failed, to protect something that was lost. We're way beyond personal revenge now. And then he drops this bombshell. This figure gives him the power of Raku, the original creator of the entire world. All of a sudden, Hu Lao's destiny isn't just about getting his own power back. It's about inheriting the full legacy of a god. But you can't have a divine destiny without a divine enemy, right? A shadowy villain emerges, and his whole philosophy is just chilling. He believes that humanity itself is unworthy of the power it holds, setting the stage for a massive conflict over whether humans even deserve to be powerful. And that leaves us with this one final huge question. In a world where your destiny can be stolen, reclaimed, and even passed down from a god, who actually gets to decide who is worthy of power? Is it your birthright? Is it your strength? Or is it something else entirely? And that right there is the struggle at the very heart of the Raku world.